Ladies and gentlemen, maybe. Not if everything goes right. I mean, success is coming. No delays, no detours. It's on the way. With your name on it, would you still hesitate? Would you still overthink every move? Would you still ask for permission, wait for perfect timing, or play small just to keep other people comfortable? Nah, you'd walk different, you'd talk different, you'd live different. And that's what this message is about. Because most people don't fail because they're not capable. They fail because they act like success is optional. They hope for it instead of expecting it. They wait to believe until they see proof. But winners believe before the result shows up. You've got to start moving like it's already yours, like the door is going to open, like the blessing is on the calendar, even if you don't know the date yet. This speech, it's going to shift the way you think. I'm going to break down 6 real, simple keys that'll help you stop hoping and start acting like success is a done deal. Because once your mindset changes, your life follows. So don't just sit back, lock in. Let's get into it, and don't blink, because every part of this is built to wake something up inside you. You ever notice how some people walk into a room like they own it, even when nobody knows their name? That's not arrogance, that's belief. That's someone who made up their mind that they deserve to be there before they even got there. And that's the mindset you've got to have. Stop waiting for someone to invite you, approve you, or validate you. If you want to win in this life, you've got to move like you already belong in the room. See, the world doesn't respond to talent first. It responds to energy. It responds to confidence. You could be the most gifted person in the building, but if you walk in timid, apologizing for your presence, looking for someone to give you permission to shine, you're already invisible. On the flip side, someone with half your skill might walk in bold, prepared, and certain, and guess what? They'll get the seat at the table while you're still wondering if you should have shown up. Let's be real. Most of us were taught to stay humble, to wait our turn, to play small so we don't make others uncomfortable. But that mindset will keep you stuck. That mindset will keep you in the background while people with less talent are making moves simply because they believe they could. You don't need to wait until you've got every credential, every resource, every piece of validation to move like you're ready. You need to move like your name was already on that opportunity. You're just showing up to claim it. The way you carry yourself matters. It speaks before your resume does. It speaks before your voice does. If you walk into a space unsure of yourself, people can feel that. They sense that hesitation. But when you walk in standing tall, when your energy says, I've worked for this, I've prepared for this, and I deserve to be here, the whole room shifts. People start paying attention. Not because you begged for it, but because your presence demanded it. And I'm not saying fake it. I'm saying prepare so well, believe so deeply, and walk so boldly that people can't help but recognize something real in you. It's not about being loud. It's not about showing off. It's about owning your worth before anyone else has a chance to define it for you. The truth is, most of the doors you want to walk through don't come with a welcome sign. They come with resistance, doubt, and people wondering if you've got what it takes. And if you don't already believe you belong, that resistance will push you back. That doubt will break you down. But when you walk in already knowing that room was meant for you, you don't let the noise shake you. You don't let the side eyes or silence stop you. You show up, you speak up, and you rise up. And this isn't just about career or business. This is about life. Every room, from relationships to opportunities, will test how much you believe in your own value. When you show up to a new level in life, there will always be voices, inside and outside, that try to tell you you're not enough. That's when you have to remind yourself, I didn't get here by accident. I've fought too hard, grown too much, and sacrificed too long to question if I belong. Move like you already belong. Because truth is, the only difference between people who get in the room and those who don't is belief. Belief fuels the walk. Belief silences the fear. Belief tells the room you're not asking to fit in. You're here to bring something it didn't even know it needed. So the next time you walk into a new opportunity, a new conversation, a new room, don't shrink. Don't apologize. Don't scan for approval. Walk in like your presence has purpose. Like your name is on the wall already. You're just confirming it. That mindset alone can shift your whole life. Success doesn't chase doubt. It follows confidence. And when you act like you already belong, life starts opening the right doors because it sees you're finally ready to walk through them. Your words shape your world. That's not just something nice to say. That's truth. If you walk around talking like success might happen, if the stars line up, if people like you enough, or if you get lucky, then don't be surprised when life gives you more maybes and ifs. But when you speak your dream like it's already real, like it's already done, you shift the energy around you. You start pulling your future toward you. See, too many people are waiting for proof before they speak like believers. They think they have to see the money, see the business take off, see the results before they say, I made it. But that's backwards. The speaking comes first. The believing comes first. The vision comes first. That's what pushes the result into reality. You've got to start speaking your dream like it's your identity, not your wish. Don't say, I want to be successful. Say, I am building a successful life. Don't say, I hope I make it one day. Say, I'm made for this, and I'm on my way. You have to talk about where you're going with the same confidence as if you've already arrived. It's not lying, it's leading. It's leading your life in the direction of your belief, and belief is contagious. When you speak boldly, you start attracting people energy and opportunities that match that boldness. You show the world that you're not waiting to feel ready. You're already in motion. The problem is, too many folks are scared of looking crazy. They're scared to speak big things because what if it doesn't happen? What if people laugh? What if they fail and everyone remembers what they said? Let me tell you something. The world's already watching. Whether you whisper or roar, someone's always got something to say. So why not speak power into your life instead of fear? You have to stop speaking from where you are and start speaking from where you're going. If your words are always tied to your current reality, your bills, your job, your doubts, then you stay stuck in that space. But if your words are tied to your future, your faith, your vision, then your life begins to grow in that direction. It's like planting seeds. You don't see fruit right away, but you plant anyway. Why? Because you believe what's underground will rise. Same with your dream. When you speak it, you're planting it. And every time you speak it again, you're watering it. Eventually, something's going to break through the dirt. Now let me get real with you. There will be days when you don't feel it. Days when the dream looks far. Days when nothing around you reflects the future you've been talking about. That's when it matters most. That's when the power of your words becomes your lifeline. You don't wait to feel good. You speak good. You don't wait to feel strong. You declare strength. Because feelings come and go, but faith-filled words build a foundation. And don't get caught up needing everyone to understand you. This isn't about convincing people. This is about commanding your future. Let folks laugh. Let them doubt they laughed at dreamers before, until those dreamers turned the world upside down. You don't owe people silence just to keep them comfortable. Speak your vision with your chest, even if your voice shakes. Speak your dream like it's already real. because your words are a preview of your future. And when you speak it enough, you start believing it. When you believe it enough, you start acting on it. And when you act on it long enough, it becomes reality. So start today. Say it out loud. I am successful. I am building something great. I'm on my way to the life I've imagined. Don't say it once. Say it daily. Say it when you wake up. Say it when it feels far. Say it when people stop believing in you. Say it until it becomes more than words, until it becomes who you are, because life listens. And it responds to the voice of someone who dares to speak victory before it shows up. If you really believe success is inevitable, then every decision you make today should reflect that belief. The problem is, most people make decisions based on who they are right now, not who they're becoming. And that's why they stay stuck. If you want a different life, you have to start making choices like the person who already lives that life. That means letting your future self lead the way. Think about it like this: your future self, the one who made it, the one who's successful, the one who finally got the breakthrough. They've already learned what works and what doesn't. They've already figured out who to trust, what to focus on, what to let go of. So ask yourself this: would that version of you be doing what you're doing today? Would they be wasting time chasing the wrong people, doubting their talent, or waiting for someone to tell them they're ready? Probably not. That future version of you is bold, clear, strategic. They don't move out of fear, they move with purpose. So you've got to bring that mindset into your present decisions. Instead of saying, "What do I feel like doing?" start asking, "What would the successful me do?" Would they hit snooze? Would they put off the project? Would they keep saying yes to things that drain their energy? No. They'd protect their time. They'd invest in their growth. They'd focus on what really moves the needle. Now here's the truth: it's uncomfortable. Acting like your future self before you see results feels awkward. You might feel like you're faking it. You're not. You're practicing it. You're building habits now that match the life you want later. And yes, that means letting go of some current comfort to make room for future greatness. Most people want to wait until they feel ready, until they have the money, the confidence, the perfect timing. But here's the thing: the future you didn't wait. They acted in faith. They took risks. They made the tough calls. So if you're still making decisions based on your past or your present pain, then you're not leaving room for the version of you that's trying to emerge. Think about your relationships. Are you holding on to people who the future you would have outgrown a long time ago? Are you keeping folks around just because of history, not because of alignment? The future you doesn't entertain dead weight. The future you knows that loyalty doesn't mean limitation. Sometimes growth requires separation. Or look at your money habits. Are you spending like someone who's building something, or like someone who's trying to impress people who don't even matter? The future you has financial discipline. They're investing, saving, building, and not chasing every shiny thing that comes across their screen. Even your mindset. Would the future you be complaining about the process? Would they be jealous of someone else's timeline? No, they'd be focused. They'd be grateful. They'd be locked in on what's theirs, knowing that it's already done, just not delivered yet. Every time you're faced with a choice, you have an opportunity to either reinforce your past or invest in your future. That's powerful, because success isn't just about what you do when people are watching. It's about what you choose when no one's clapping for you yet. It's about saying no to comfort and yes to growth every single time. And here's the best part: the more you make decisions like your future self, the faster that future becomes real. You start to attract what you align with. You start to walk different, talk different, show up different. And people start noticing the shift, not because you said something, but because your life starts reflecting the level you've been acting on. So don't wait for success to knock on your door. Let every choice you make be a signal that you're already on your way. Let your actions prove that you're not stuck in who you've been. You're committed to who you're becoming. The key is simple. Stop making decisions from your history and start making them from your destiny. The future you is waiting, not for the perfect moment, but for you to start acting like it's already done. There comes a point in life where you've got to make a decision. Either you're available for doubt or you're committed to your destiny. You can't be both. Doubt is sneaky. It shows up in quiet ways, in hesitation, in second guessing, in playing small when you should be going big. But if you're serious about success, you've got to slam the door shut on doubt and stop giving it room to live in your mind rent-free. See, the problem isn't always that people don't have talent or opportunity. A lot of folks are gifted. A lot of folks are smart, but they're still stuck. Why? Because every time they take a step forward, they start questioning if they're really built for it. They let that little voice whisper things like, what if I'm not ready? What if I fail? What if they laugh? What if I lose everything? And before they know it, doubt has talked them right out of the blessing that was already on the way. You've got to be bold enough to say, I'm not available for that. When doubt comes knocking, you don't answer the door. You don't entertain it. You don't sit down and have a conversation with it. You remind yourself who you are and what you've already overcome. Because let's be real, you didn't make it this far just to fold now. You didn't survive all that pain, all that pressure, all those setbacks just to let doubt write the end of your story. And I get it. Doubt feels natural sometimes. It creeps in after failure. It shows up when the process takes longer than you expected. But feelings aren't facts. Just because you feel unsure doesn't mean you're unworthy. Just because it's hard doesn't mean it's not meant for you. The real question is, are you going to let temporary emotions block a permanent purpose? You've got to learn to shut it down quick. The moment that doubt shows up, you hit it with the truth. You remind yourself what you've built, what you've learned, what you've earned. You remember the times you felt like giving up and didn't. You remember the times you didn't know how you'd make it. But somehow you did. That's not luck. That's proof. Proof that you're stronger than your fear. Proof that you've got what it takes. Let me tell you something. The people who win big in life are not the ones who never feel doubt. They're the ones who refuse to live in it. They get that fear as part of the process, but they keep moving anyway. They speak life over themselves when no one else will. They push through the shaky moments because they believe something greater is on the other side. You've got to be just as committed to your belief as you used to be to your worry. Doubt should feel like an intruder in your mind, not a welcome guest. And when it shows up, you've got to fight it with the same energy you fight for your goals. You speak your truth. You remind yourself why you started. You visualize the win. You protect your mind like it's sacred, because it is. And don't let people project their doubt onto you either. Just because they don't believe it's possible doesn't mean it's not. Some folks will try to pass their fear off as wisdom. I'm just trying to be realistic. Now they're trying to plant seeds of small thinking. You don't have time for that. You're building something. You're rising. You're stepping into a version of yourself that's too powerful to be slowed down by somebody else's limitations. So every day you make a choice. Are you going to open the door to doubt? Or are you going to answer the call to destiny? Because those two voices will always compete for your attention. One will keep you stuck. The other will set you free. Success isn't just about strategy. It's about mindset. And if your mind is filled with fear, second guessing and hesitation, then it doesn't matter how good your plan is. You'll sabotage yourself before you even start. That's why you've got to take control. Be aggressive about your belief. Be stubborn about your vision. Be unavailable for anything that doesn't sound like progress, purpose, or power. When you decide that doubt has no room in your life, everything starts to change. Your decisions get sharper. Your actions get bolder. Your energy gets stronger. And the world starts to respond to that certainty, because life doesn't reward hesitation. It rewards belief. Relentless, unshakable, can't tell me nothing belief. There's a different kind of power in the way someone walks when they already know how the story ends. They don't rush. They don't panic. They don't flinch every time something doesn't go their way. They move like they've already seen the finish line. Like no matter what's happening today, the win is already written. That's how you've got to walk through life. Like you already know the outcome is in your favor. Now let's be clear. I'm not saying you won't face trouble. I'm not saying you won't hit walls or lose people or cry some nights. You will. That's part of the climb. But when you believe success is inevitable, not optional, not accidental, but guaranteed, you carry yourself different. You stop getting shaken by small storms. You stop falling apart when you hear no, because deep down, you know the yes is already lined up, waiting for the right moment to show up. Walking like you know the outcome means you don't let temporary losses destroy your permanent mindset. You don't start doubting the dream just because the road got rough. You don't start asking, why me? You start saying, try me. That's the difference. People who know where they're going don't break when things get hard. They bend, adjust, pivot if they need to, but they never retreat. They don't lose their step. Think about it. When you know the plane is going to land safely, a little turbulence doesn't shake you. You might grip the seat for a second, but you don't jump off the flight. You don't demand the pilot turn around. Why? Because you trust the destination is still the same. That's how you've got to trust your path. Even when things don't go as planned, keep walking like the ending hasn't changed. People notice that energy, confidence that comes from deep belief, not ego. That's magnetic. That's leadership. That's how doors open without you even knocking. When you carry yourself like success is not just possible, but promised, you start attracting the kind of opportunities, support, and favor that matches that belief. But here's the truth: most people don't walk like that because they keep checking the scoreboard too early. They're looking at the first quarter of the game and deciding they're going to lose. They hit one setback and start writing failure on their forehead. You've got to play the long game. You've got to walk like the ending has already been settled, because it has if you don't quit. Walking like you know the outcome also means walking in discipline. It means showing up even when you don't feel like it. Not because you're perfect, but because you're consistent. Because you know the person who wins isn't always the smartest, richest, or most talented. It's the one who keeps showing up long after everyone else gets tired. It's the one who keeps walking, even when the crowd stops clapping. You don't need constant proof when you've got inner peace. You don't need outside validation when your inside is full of vision. You don't have to announce your every move when your results are on the way. People will see it when it hits. But you've got to walk like it's already yours, not like you're hoping somebody lets you have it. That walk says, I'm not looking for permission. I've already got purpose. That walk says, I'm not waiting to be discovered. I'm building until I can't be ignored. That walk says, what's mine is already mine. I'm just catching up to it. So yeah, walk like it. Show up in the room like you belong there. Speak up like your voice carries weight. Step into your goals like your name is already on them. Stop acting like a guest in your own future and start behaving like the owner of it. And when people ask you why you're so confident, why you're so calm in the middle of chaos, why you keep showing up when it doesn't look like anything is happening, you look them in the eye and say, because I already know how this ends, and it ends with me winning. That's the kind of walk that shifts atmospheres. That's the kind of walk that breaks generational patterns. That's the kind of walk that says, you can doubt me if you want, but I'm too far gone to turn around now. So wherever you are in your journey, whether you're just getting started or you're knee deep in the grind, hold your head high, shoulders back, spirit strong, and walk like you already know the outcome. Because if you don't quit, you win. The way you speak shapes the world you live in. Your words are not just sounds, they are seeds. And every time you speak, you're planting something. So the question is, are you planting fear or are you planting faith? If you truly believe success is inevitable, you need to speak like the door is already open. Stop begging. Stop wishing. Stop speaking like you're locked out of your own blessing. Start talking like the room is already yours. Because when you speak with that energy, the world starts to move in your favor. Too many people are speaking against their own future. They say things like, if it works out, or I hope I can make it, or I'm trying my best. All of that sounds humble, but it's not powerful. It's hesitation in disguise. If you don't speak with clarity and confidence, don't be surprised when your life doesn't move. You can't walk like a winner and talk like a maybe. You've got to align your mouth with your mission. Speaking like the door is already open means you stop asking for permission to dream big. You stop shrinking your vision to make others comfortable. You stop ending your sentences with question marks when they should be exclamation points. You declare what's coming. You speak life into dry places. You prophesy your own breakthrough, not because it looks like it's happening, but because you believe it's already done behind the scenes. This isn't fake confidence. It's not arrogance. It's alignment. It's trusting that the work you've done, the faith you've shown, the storms you've survived, all of it is leading somewhere great. And even if you can't see the door yet, you speak like it's already open. Because your voice has power. It sets the tone. It changes the temperature. It tells doubt to get out of the room. When you speak with that kind of authority, you stop attracting chaos. You stop inviting confusion. You start pulling in clarity, favor, and opportunities that match your belief. Your energy shifts. People treat you different. They hear something in your voice that says, this person knows where they're going, not hoping, not wishing, knowing. So speak like your business is already successful. Speak like your marriage is already healed. Speak like your body is already healthy. Speak like your mind is already strong. You've got to open your mouth and match your language to your future, not your past. If you're always talking about what went wrong, you'll stay stuck in the wrong. If you keep replaying your failure, don't be shocked when you don't move forward. But when you speak forward, you live forward. There's a reason successful people are intentional about their words. They don't waste breath on negativity. They don't casually talk about losing. They speak results. They speak progress. They speak purpose. And you can do the same. You don't need 1 million followers or a platform. You just need to change how you talk to yourself. And everything around you will start to adjust. That means no more, I can't. It's too hard. No more, that's just how I am. That kind of language is a trap. It keeps you where you are. Instead, try, I'm learning, I'm building, I'm becoming. Speak growth, speak movement, speak next level. Even when it feels like nothing's happening, keep speaking as if it is. because your voice creates momentum. Your words keep your mind focused. They remind your spirit where you're going. And eventually, your surroundings will catch up with what you've been saying. Let them call you crazy. Let them say you're unrealistic. You don't need their approval. You just need to keep speaking from vision, not from fear. Because the door is opening. The room is being prepared. The opportunity is making its way to you. But it shows up quicker when your words are ready to receive it. So, talk like it's already yours. Speak like the door is already open. And when it finally swings wide, you won't be surprised. You'll be ready because you spoke it before you saw it. You believed it before it showed up. And now all you've got to do is walk through.